visuals, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Superhero Wednesday. I've just filmed the Canuzi news, and I think I've got the dog a bit too excited because now he just wants to fight. It's not the time. We're trying to do a review here. If you're new at the channel, you're thinking, what the fuck have I just turned on? Just stick with it. It gets good. Honestly. The videos get good. But no, yes, visuals, it is, but no, yes. But yes, no, yes, no. It is the visual, guys. Sorry, I've got my stupid Pokemon chains on. They're actually awesome. I fucking love them. My nephew got them as a late Christmas present for us, and I had them on during the news. I'm just keeping them on because, you know, fuck it. It is Superhero Wednesday, the day of the week we like to get damn right down and nerdy. And it's, well, what do you think of the new intro? Don't get us wrong, wasn't exactly the most hardest thing to put together, because this channel, remember, is very low quality and low budget, so it's a freshen up though. It's a new little look on Super Wednesday, and it's quite fitting as well because they're comic book covers. And we're here to do another comic book review for issue 1 of blank Dan's Mind. So it is obviously time for another comic book review. Spoiler free as much as possible. I am so bad, so fucking awful at reviewing comics, and I have no idea why. I don't know why I continue to do it. It's just I enjoy telling you guys about what I've been reading and what I've read, or particular issues that have come out. Like, I really enjoyed this. Maybe check it out. But I'm really bad at getting the message across, and I'm really bad at not spoiling it. This week we have Miguel O'Hara. I love Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. We have Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. Beware the zombie of 2099. It's pretty cool. When the light fucks off from it, it's a nice cover. You can see Miguel in all kinds of chaos and carnage happening there. I don't know how long this particular run is, but in the back we have a 5-part series, and it's sort of going down the kind of, you know, the more mystical, mystery, the more mythical, horror-y sort of vibe of the world of Marvel, because I'll show you later on, but I top of my head, I can remember seeing, like, Moon Knight. I think we saw a Man-Thing cover in there. We might have saw Werewolf by Night, but of course, hailing from the world and the realm of Spider-Man 2099 and all that kind of stuff, this universe's versions of the more mystical and mythical. We'll actually get the comic open. We'll go straight to the back, but actually visuals, and we'll try and confirm that. We'll try and confirm if it is a 5-part series or what, or if it's just, here's the next 5 issues, and then, well, it just has, because next, well, and Dracula, because next we have Beware Dracula, and that's where you can, like I said, you can see Moon Knight with this version, Man-Thing, and a couple of other shenanigans happening and taking place inside of this. So we're going to guess it's all 5. If we do enjoy what we've tried to review in episode 1, issue 1, we'll try to make it all happen. There's a spectacular Spiderman coming out. Oh, I'm going to buy the shit out of that out in March. 2 Spideys are better than 1. Hell yeah. We're going to get down with that. Enjoy what you hear from this, then we'll go. Because obviously this is Beware the Zombie, and obviously we just said Beware the Dracula. So next, so should I imagine Beware the Werewolf? If it is Werewolf by Night, I'm assuming it is. Beware the Man-Thing. Fuck knows what they're going to word it. Well, just before we carry on, it isn't the typical normal Marvel zombies we know and love now. It's a different sort of take on them. They're slightly different. It's this world's version of zombies, I guess, in this world. What did I tell you? I'm so shit at this. These events take place after, like, the whole Black Card stuff and whatnot, taking down the high society of the high society group known as the Black Cards and whatnot. And it also delves in after what happened with the Genesis stuff, the Spider-Man 2099 Genesis. So there's a couple of little moments that you see there. And there's a couple of surprises, and I'll try not to spoil what characters come up and make an appearance and whatnot. But the overall theme of the comic is Miguel starts speaking about how to mend his relationship with his mother, and how we can improve things and whatnot. But there's obviously the underpart to Nueva York. The stuff that happens in the barrio underneath Nueva York, where it's, you know, like the upper class thing. It's you know, the rundown, that, you know, chuck the scrap sort of society kind of people down there. And Miguel's mum goes working down there, and she's been bitten by something, and it's caused her to change. But it's not, like I said, I can maybe show you some of the panels of her being very mental and crazy. Yeah, you can see this sort of stuff because it's quite dark and aggressive and not so much gory, but it's very out there. It is very hard hitting with like, it's a minor horror, where it's not zombies like, oh, your brain zombies. They're very aggressive and angry, and they say some very nasty, hurtful things, and they're just like, I want to rip out your beating heart and all this kind of shit, and they're just extremely aggressive. But Miguel calms down the situation with his mother. He takes her to a friend again. I won't say which friend and whatnot. I'll let you get to these yourself. And she, but she mentions, oh, the undead. In fact, I think his mum calls him the undead piece of trash. He's helped out, and he's tried to figure out what's going on. Why is she turned? What's causing this? The bite mark and all this kind of stuff. We also have a fun interaction with an old a security guard at the wall, which I was alluding to the events of the Genesis stuff. And Spider-Man 29, Miguel makes his way down to the barrio, and he starts seeing some clues of carnage and destruction, and I can smell blood. I feel like at one point he says, I feel like again, I'll find it so I can quote it better to you. He says, like how real spiders sense prey moving in a web, but this time I'm the prey. So he knows there's a trap ready for them. Because like I said, they're not brain dead zombies. They can speak, they can communicate. They're just very aggressive and very over the top. And if I could maybe show you a couple of we'll show you that panel. There's Barrio Man. And you can see them all sort of lunging and charging and attacking and whatnot. And they like I said, they do look zombie-esque, but they're not like full on, like I said, Walking Dead or typical Marvel zombies. They are a bit decrepit and decayed, but they're not to the point of like teeth and jaw and hanging out here, there, and everywhere. As the events unfold in the barrio, we find out the person who's causing all this, the person that's creating it, the person that's caused these people to change and all that kind of stuff. And we have a very hard-hitting, very violent fight between Spider-Man 29 and said person. And there's Miguel either gets bit at one point, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on here? And there's a chunk here, and Miguel's then starting to do some crazy moves, snapping down on him, fucking absolutely ripping his. I think he does eventually rip his hand off, doesn't he? He gives him one hell of a punch later on, and he's all fucked up. I'm sure. Well, he might not snap, but he definitely breaks it and fucks it up, and he absolutely kicks the shit out of him eventually at the end of the fight. Minor spoiler, I guess there. Fuck it, I've already spoiled, so I might as well show you some of the panel stuff. And he's absolutely going tooth and nail. Where's the punch that I was thinking of, though? There's a shot of there it is. A very hard-hitting punch, just absolutely causing so much damage to our boy's facey face. Ultimately, Miguel, the hero, it all concludes here, especially with this. He comes up from the barrio, and he comes with, survivors and people that haven't been bitten or haven't been infected. He brings them up to the top side, and he basically says, Miguel has said the day his costumes all fucked up and beat up, and that Spider-Man always look fantastic when their costumes are a bit beat up, and there's a bit of their actual face showing and stuff. It looks great. And there's a situation that resolves for the people that are still infected and whatnot, and they get to go to a different place again. I'll let you get there yourself. But he comes up top side. There's a couple of little guest appearances, and another little minor guest appearance, which is also all to do with the supernatural stuff. You could probably figure out who it may or may not be. And then Miguel gets his mother, but it sort of ends with like a little bitterness, a little bittersweet, because yes, he saved his mother, but she's in and he's already trying to rebuild his relationship with his mother. And it ends like bitter because she's now completely distraught with herself of what she's done to her son and the stuff she said and what she tried to do, because she can remember physically everything. She had no control. She can even move. She says at one point, he says he knows that she could. She felt like the teeth in that movement in her jaw and stuff, and however it was, and it wasn't her fault, but she knows that it was her that said all this kind of stuff. But we get a nice little ending shot there of him being ready. He's basically saying, if you come for the Burrow, you're coming for Spider-Man. He's ready to rock and roll. And then we do know that it's on to Dracula next. So what was just called Beware Dracula, because obviously this one was Beware the Zombie. So next, Beware Dracula of the 2099. Fucking is an absolute. I know I missed optimistic concept. It was a really, really fun read. It was fun to. I don't know how many times we've delved into the mystical and mythical sort of MonsterVerse related stuff in the 2099 world. There might be stuff that I've not seen, of course, whatnot. But it was cool to run down this route and see Miguel next take on the likes of Dracula and see what's happening with the Moon Knight situation there, ending all the way with what looks. I'm fairly certain it's Man-Thing. It looks to be him anyway. It's quite hard to mistake him anyway if it's not him. And if it is just a 5-part series, it'd be pretty cool. There's some great covers, some great artwork as per usual. seeing this beautiful world of Nueva York, well, not so much the beautiful side of it, we're more underneath, but this world in Nueva York, in the world of 2099 and stuff, absolutely awesome. It's a definite must read. It's a fascinating story. Like I said, if each situation does keep getting resolved, will pretty much resolve at the end of each issue. We'll have this nice little 5-part series and away we go. Highly recommend, 10 out of 10, good story. Or even better concept, this whole zombie stuff, you know, the zombie 29 and whatnot. A nice fun adventure involving our beloved Miguel, Spiderman 29. Some nice, well, not nice, but some good storytelling from a more personal point of view, for the fact that this world of Spider-Man, this world of crazy superheroes, villains and all this stuff is affecting him personally because of the relationship with his mum and what it did to her, and she was then part of it and stuff. Good to go down that route and have that from a storytelling point of view. Some great fight sequences, some great artwork in the fights, some gory, quite violent fights, especially for a comic that's, you know, rated T for T plus. I think that's just for teen, isn't it? Because not always you get some nice, cool, gory, awesome, blood-covered, you know, fists going through face fights in comics and whatnot. But yeah, definite must read. I'm sorry, Mr. Optimistic, I'm doing it again. 10 out of 10. It was just really, really fun. I had a great time with it. So I recommend Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, Beware the Zombie of 2099. That was a slightly better review. Visuals, I know I did spoil some stuff. I always do. I'm a fucking fat idiot, and I'll stop it one day. But visuals, there we go. Let me know what you think of my review in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this so far. And as well, there's somebody a few months back put, it's all in reverse. It's the opposite way. It's because I record with my front camera, so I can make sure everything's going on all right. So that's why everything always looks backwards. Just like me and this channel. Visuals, more importantly, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the little new intro. There's going to be a new little outro as well. And hopefully you enjoy everything there is to come for the rest of the year and whatnot. But visuals, thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the best. Go check out this comic ASAP. And remember to always keep being you and keep on web slinging on.